Hello everyone, thanks for joining me for this November edition of Local Image. Today's show is coming to you from outside Vadnais Heights City Hall, where a lot of hard work went into securing two of the city's newest facilities. One is the Vadnais Heights Commons and the other is the Vadnais Heights Sports Center, and both are featured on today's show. The Sports Center celebrates its 1-year anniversary this month, and on the day we visited, it was a buzz with action on the ice and inside the domed field, where Special Olympics Minnesota tackled their very first unified flag football exhibition. We check out all the action of this new attraction in this first Local Image story.
And these guys look like they're pee-wees. November 1st will be our 1-year anniversary of opening the ice rink. November 8th will be of opening up our dome. And you know, we wanted to provide this space for not only the youth groups, but the adult groups and the senior groups. And you could come here anytime and see a mix of all those people here. During the daytime, we have the senior softball league in here Monday through Thursdays. We have senior skate twice a week. I know the oldest participant there is Mrs. McCarthy. She's 92 years old. In the senior softball, there's a 91-year-old in there. So we get all different age levels here. What's becoming our biggest problem is finding time for everybody right now. There's no doubt from this time of year until spring, roughly May, we could sell this out 3-4 times full. We need to start filling the summer spots, and we are. We keep adding big events almost weekly here. So we're now up to over 24 hockey tournaments throughout the year. That's winter, spring, summer, fall. We are doing major events in the dome. We did just have a Volktoberfest, which was the St. Paul Winter Carnival Vulcans, and they had 3 bands in there, and it worked far past expectation, so we're looking to promote concerts in there now. We have the Special Olympians here today, and they came to us and asked if we would work with them to put on a first-time event for them, a flag football event, and we said positively. You know, that's what this place is about, pulling in all of the community, and they look to make this not only into an annual event, but possibly a league and play here also.
Down. Set, hit, get through there. Yeah.
There you go.
Good shoulder.
People here stepped up and said, hey, we'd love to host you guys. And when we came out and saw the facility, it was like a dream come true. And so for our athletes to be here in this facility, which is a fabulous facility, and the people that run this are just so giving. They've been involved with Special Olympics for years as volunteers, and they opened their doors here and their hearts and said, come on in.
Set, hit. There you go, there you go.
It's been awesome joining it and coming into a new sport. And all of us, we're very excited about this year.
Very good, very good. Yeah.
I think you try to tell the players that anything you practice with or do, you become good at it if you practice.
The thing that we'd like to say to everybody, there's Special Olympics in your community. There are athletes in your community, there's coaches in your community, there's unified partners in your community. And if you're somebody that maybe has a son or daughter that might want to participate, or you're a potential athlete, but you've always kind of held back wanting to, there is a place for you. Whether it doesn't have to be football, it could be one of the other 17 sports that we have. It can be as a volunteer. It can be, there's a place for you at Special Olympics, and Special Olympics is in your community.
Hey, right here, guys. Come on,
D-line,
bring it in.
1, 2, 3,
D-line.
Good job, good job.
I always get positive feedback of everybody who comes in here. When the big thing I tell our employees is, let's keep it looking like it's new, because when people walk in the door, they do say wow. And that's what we want them to keep saying, wow.
Vadnais Heights Sports Center is truly a great community facility and a great place to not only play the games, but to be a spectator too. And one event that you shouldn't miss is the first Minnesota Sled Hockey Tournament happening at the center November 11th through the 13th. Visit vadnaissportscenter.com for info on this event and many others taking place in the months ahead. And speaking of places to check out, Mahtomedi High School will host a special open house this month featuring their new Fab Lab. Not sure what a Fab Lab is? Well, that's not surprising considering it's a one-of-a-kind endeavor for the school district and the community of Mahtomedi. But they want you to know all about it, so come along inside the fabulous Fab Lab.
This Fab Lab is the first in the nation for K-12 and one of 42 in North America at all. The vision is to have a world-class engineering program, and we're doing that by empowering the students to be the future challenge and future problem solvers that we so desperately need.
You can't fund this kind of an engineering and Fab Lab program without the community and the larger community. But communicating with our local residents is so important because they have to know what their kids are doing. They have to know what their kids' choices are. And they have to support that and realize that what we're trying to do, like Mark said, is prepare our students for the life ahead, for the century that they're going to live in.
Dale's the godfather. I think his vision has been to get something like this in the schools, and he has done it.
This vision drove all of these things that happened from the EIE in the elementary, as engineering is elementary in the elementary school, through the Gateway to Technology in the middle school, and now to the Fab Lab and other engineering classes.
The Fab Lab to me is the kind of the frosting on the cake of our engineering program. Without the engineering program, we wouldn't have the Fab Lab.
There is a lot of high-tech gear in this particular room, and a lot of it came through collaboration and grants from 3M, for example, was a great partner. MAIF has been a great partner. There's also been some district work on this too. The district has made this a priority to make sure that our students have these skills that are going to be necessary to succeed.
I was overwhelmed. I actually attended the MAIF Gala and was stunned at the response and the acceptance and the support of the entire community, the parents. In 7 minutes, it was a frenzy of giving. I had never seen anything like it before.
Big thing that we want to be able to do in terms of giving back is to have opportunities for the community to come in and see what's happening here and even participate in some of the classes. So we are having evening classes for community members where they can make and build almost anything.
In order to be, by charter, a Fab Lab, you need to be open source, and open to the community so that anybody can come in and invent, create.
We have entrepreneurs tonight. Our community class meets for 3 hours. And it has 15 people in it, and some of them are entrepreneurs with their ideas. And so they're going to model it, and hopefully there'll come a business and maybe jobs from that as well. I know what it takes to provide jobs in our country, and for me it's jobs motivated. Scientists and engineers at 3M take technology, put it together into a product, goes into a plant, and now you have more jobs. I've been part of building a plant in North Dakota. I've run a plant in Italy with 1,000 employees. And so I know that that's where real jobs are created by engineers and scientists.
My background is in a planning and design firm, and these pieces of software and these techniques for modeling are applicable right now. There isn't a pool of people that know how to operate the software, let alone the hardware.
You know, this place creates jobs for me in more than just engineers and scientists coming through and going on. It can also give skills to people learning how to run this process that are in demand right now in industry. In fact, we met with 3M Fabrication Services, and they can't get people who to run this kind of equipment.
Light manufacturing is coming to this class to say, do you have students that could run this fabrication equipment? Print to the 3D printer, or in this case, brought it into a different program.
Tierney has taught how to make most anything in Century. She's taken the Fab Academy from Neil Gershenfeld, who founded the Fab Lab concept from MIT.
And I come to the Fab Lab from a business background, not a teaching background. I went through the Fab Academy to understand how Fab Lab curriculum needs to be taught, but I'm really here to teach the teachers so that the teachers can then go out and teach the students.
The advantage of having someone like Tierney Putnam working with us is that she's done this type of program before. She has the certification and the experience. She's able to identify what students need and is able to help them grow as much as they can.
It's an A, okay, but if you're looking for an Adobe Illustrator.
She's a really different teacher. She doesn't teach us all step by step how to do things. We kind of have to figure it out on our own, but she does answer the questions that we have and teach us how to work the machines. She works with us. She doesn't just teach us.
And now we are training another of our 9th grade science teachers who's going through the How to Make Most Anything class, and he will take the Fab Academy this spring, so we'll have 2 of them fully trained to teach.
This is the Polycom. All of the Fab Labs around the globe, there are about 63 of them, are all linked via Polycom. If you have a question of any particular Fab Lab, if they're working on something that you know of and you don't have the answer to it, you can get on remotely and dial them up and ask them a question and they'll answer you.
This is a digital fabrication lab, and what that means is everything is designed on the computer. Then it's sent to pieces of equipment like you would to a printer to make the parts or make the whole thing that you've designed.
They'll learn about 2 or 3 new pieces of software. There are 40 pieces of software that we loaded on the computers. Many of them are free and open source. That's by design, so that anyone in the globe can download this software, learn how to use it, learn how to model, and then how to fabricate from that. Because there are 30 students and 6 pieces of equipment, project management is right up there. That was week 1, what they had to learn.
Did you actually look up the measurements to do, or did you just guess?
We put together all the measurements and everything.
When I was on team management, you would really see who was working and who wasn't, and you had to learn how to get them involved without just being a boss, trying to come alongside them and work with them and not tell them what to do. So that's really what I've been learning. Good to me, guys. Good work.
This is the think tank. So this is where students will be working on their individual projects, but also as groups. Fabricating equipment over there, it looks like a typical vinyl cutter, but the Big Heads project was also done on a vinyl cutter. So it's really a print cut solution. Then the ShopBot is a large CNC router. They'll be doing full-scale furniture. The lasers will cut wood, fabric, acrylic. So they're doing a project this week, a press fit box.
So we're learning about cutting things and how the laser evaporates a little bit of the material as it cuts it. So we have to change the width of the cuts so that they will fit together right.
The back of the room are 2 milling machines. Those are for milling. It's just a miniature version of the big ShopBot. So this side of the room is additive fabrication, and they work on 3D scanning and 3D printing.
See, there's some way you can like fix all this stuff, but... Oh, there we go.
And they will be doing full body scans and then printing themselves as action figures. And right now, if you were, that would be pretty tough to differentiate between the tire and... What I listen for is the, oh my gosh. They literally, they don't know how things are created, and to know that they can do it themselves. and very simple software. They're amazed. The light kind of goes on, and a lot of them, I don't think they thought personally that they were cut out for engineering, but they're finding that they can do anything.
The first week of school, I came home and I was so excited. I talked to my dad and he was completely surprised because we tried so hard to get out of the engineering program, but I just love it. I talked about all the machines and everything, different things you could do with it and what I wanted to do, and it was so surprising. I love it so much.
It impresses me that the students are engaged and they're excited. And one boy was talking to me about his parts didn't fit and he didn't get it quite designed right, and he knew what the problem was and he's measuring things. Is he excited? And you know, my view all the way up from kindergarten or even preschool, when the kids get excited, they're learning.
What I get is I get emails from parents. The kids come home and over dinner or whatever, they tell the parents how excited they are, what they learned today in school, or how cool is this piece of equipment, or this is my favorite class.
I am going to learn how to make a spinning wheel, and I'm so excited. So we're going to learn how to use the shop bot behind me, but what we've actually done, I love using a laser cutter. It's really neat how it works and stuff. It's just completely new to me. I think I would take the next level of this class that they're going to offer next year. It's more of a, you already know how to do things, so you get to work on your own projects. And I think that would be really neat, just to see what you can make.
It makes me feel really great what we're doing here. I hope we can share this with a number, because one school district doing what we're doing is not going to get enough scientists and engineers into our society. We need all school districts, or a lot of them, to do it, to do what we're doing.
There are many other schools that can't even get the first step taken, and look what they have done in a year.
It's going to be the thing that's going to be able to empower our students, and it will spark their curiosity, fuel their creativity, and then instill a passion for innovation.
A community open house for the Fab Lab is set for Saturday, November 12th from 1 to 3 p.m. at Mahtomedi High School. And I have to say, my own son is a student at Century College, and he's been taking a course in their Fab Lab, and he's actually excited about what he's learning in there. So I'm hoping I have a future engineer on my hands. But one thing is for sure, we are very fortunate to not have just one, but two Fab Labs right here in our communities. Now, let's engineer our way into a completely different topic. It's of the feline kind. Producer Scott Jensen takes us to North St. Paul, where he found some caring volunteers who have warm hearts and a helping hand for some needy furry friends.
Come here. Come here.
I think cats remind us all about how important we are in the universe, and they put us in our place on a regular basis. Cats are very loving. I think a lot of people think that cats are standoffish or unfriendly, and they're very loving and very great companions, and they just make excellent pets and excellent friends. The shelter actually was formally incorporated in 1999. Our mission is always the same, is to help cats and kittens, and that need is probably greater than it has ever been in the community right now. And we are doing our best to respond to that. We take in cats. We probably get about 5 calls a day for cats, and we do what we can to take those cats in. In the past few years, we've taken in several cats that have been abandoned, and we've taken many cats who've been abandoned in apartments or homes and left behind. I think people might feel that shelters are a sad place, and I can say that unequivocally, this is a joyous place. We have lots of love and lots of happiness in our shelter. It's a 100% volunteer organization, so everyone who walks through this door to work for the shelter, and everyone who's in our foster network, everyone who helps us with fundraising, all those people are volunteering their time on top of their busy lives, and they are faithful and they help us every day to give these kitties the best life possible.
We have a variety of things that people can do around their own time frame. We have a volunteer coordinator who helps to coordinate people's schedules with the needs of the shelter. And so we try to work out what people's availability and their skills are with what the shelter needs. Right?
There's many cats waiting, many cats who are very loving and would be ideal for someone. There's a huge variety of cats depending on what an individual's needs are in the home. If you have small children, if you're a single person and need a quieter, older cat, if you're looking for an active cat, all kinds of kitties with different personalities to match different needs. As an animal lover, and in particular a cat lover, I believe that there is a loving home for each animal that comes to us, and the right person is out there. And I'm also a firm believer that shelter kitties know when they've made it. They came here under circumstances that weren't their own choosing, and when they find someone who's willing to love them and adopt them and take them home, they know they're set.
Our final local image story for November takes us back here to the city of Vadnais Heights and inside the other new venue operated by the city, the Vadnais Heights Commons. This event center is open for bookings of all kinds, including the one we were invited to attend last month, the annual fundraiser and gala for Merrick Inc., a nonprofit organization with a stated mission of empowering adults with disabilities. We've featured Merrick in previous stories this past year, including their involvement with painting tiles for the city's community mural art project, which fittingly was revealed publicly for the first time at their event.
I want to thank you for coming tonight. This is a very special evening for us. Well, tonight we're at the Vadnais Heights Commons and we're hosting Merrick's Golden Gala. And this year's theme is Because Dreams Matter. And it's really an opportunity to honor what the company has done in making a difference in people's lives. And it's a very important fundraiser for Merrick as we try to secure additional funds to make up the difference between what the state pays us and what it costs to operate services. Well, one of the reasons we came to the Commons, not only is it a new venue, but it's in our home city of Vadnais Heights. And being part of our community is a mutually reciprocal type of benefit to everybody. We have almost 400 guests with us tonight. We have perhaps 40 volunteers and staff that are helping to host the event. Lake Elmo Inn is here, a fabulous caterer providing the food. And we have Jeff Olson as our MC, and we'll be showing some stories of clients who have had successful years, and it's just a great celebration.
I have been greeting people and handing out programs and telling them where to go register. What I honestly like is that they've really put a good, strong focus on the clients, and I'm very involved with self-advocacy over at Merrick. In fact, Kate McDermott and I are the two self-advocate mentors for Merrick, and we get paid through their charitable gambling. We started July of this year and go all the way through June of next year.
Well, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our local artist in residence, Carly Schmidt, originally from Vadnais Heights via Germany, who came back specifically for this art project.
We're really very excited to have Carly Schmidt unveil our public art installation this evening, and it's been a great opportunity for members of the Vadnais Heights and broader communities to become part of a bigger effort, and we're really excited to give them the opportunity to be part of that.
Our participation in it as an organization was Carly asked us, and we had a number of clients who did the primer coat on all 10,000 tiles so that she could take them to the signature events where the different citizens painted their mark.
We started this back in April and completed it at the Heritage Days Festival. And the idea with this piece is to create a reflection or a community portrait. And the way we did that is we engaged over 10,000 people, as John said, to personalize little 1-inch squares. And they have all come together to create these mosaic panels behind me. The image is based on this painting of trees reflecting in the water that was created specifically for this space. What's especially interesting and exciting about this collaboration that we had with Merrick is that their clients touched and were, physically involved in every single piece that went into this community mosaic. So, if you won't mind, we'll count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Pull it down. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. See, they're all personalized. And Dan, how many did you paint personalized, Dan? I think 4. I think you really?
I just wanted to have the clients of Merrick who are here tonight stand up for a second so we can clap for you. That's why we're here. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. You inspire me. There you go. You inspire me. And I thank you for that.
Former longtime Vadnais Heights Mayor Susan Banovitz was a leader in making the art mural project happen, and we wish her well in her new position with the University of Minnesota Duluth. And we also want to congratulate incoming new mayor Mark Johansson. Mark was appointed to his new position on October 19th, and Mark has served on the City Council since 1995, so we wish him and the city all the best in the years ahead. And we wish we weren't out of time for today's show, but we will be back with our final show for the 2011 season next month. Please join us then, and as always, we do thank you for watching Local Image.